Hello! Today in Crazy Castle, I need to build some gentle rides. So I think we have a few good coasters and we're extracting a lot of money from our guests, while the horror of the merry-go-rounds goes on, slowly eating into their souls. Uh, yes, they run out of cash. So I think until we get the cash machine, which I think is still a while down the research tree, we should build some gentle rides, which you don't get to charge as much for, so we won't be rinsing the guests for as much cash, but we will also means that they'll hopefully stay in the park a bit longer, and of course we will be attracting new guests. Let's start with a car ride. Now, the car ride is an interesting one. A lot of people will build car rides and go, oh, this was really, really unexciting. And I don't know why, and it's because the car ride actually has quite a fairly long length requirement. I forget exactly what it is. It's something like sort of 600 feet or whatever. If you don't build a long enough car ride, it has terrible stats. It just has, zero point 0.2 excitement or something. So they're just going to build a little car ride. So we're going to have a little bit of underground section. There we go. A bit there. Come around here. Maybe a spinning tunnel. That'd be nice. Might be nice, actually, if I'm thinking about it. Let's build some theming. So let's have a little bit of castle theming. That might be nice, mightn't it? A little bit of a castle, so I'm just going to build a sort of a small castle around here. And so build some walls like that. And where's the normal walls? Should be some normal castle walls here somewhere. Maybe they're just in the walls, yes. So I'm just going to build a couple of those like that. And then another couple of those like that. Some corner walls like this. What I intend to do is put a tower on top of these. I think that will look suitably spiffing. There's sort of a couple of towers, so let's go back to the castle theming. Let's get some towers. So that looks like quite a nice tower there. That looks like quite a fancy old tower. Yes. There we go. Let's have some of those. Yes, I suppose we could do that, couldn't we? So let's build the base layer. Let's build the base layer like that, and then this one we can have a couple of windows on it or something. There we go. And then the other base layer just built up there. It gets a little bit fiddly when you start getting into these little bits around the edges. It's slightly tougher to actually build a good castle. Let's have some towers like that. Now I can build my car ride. Bring that around here. Now, this will destroy some of the scenery. So, yes. Now, can I build these? Now, I saw there's some things which had a gate. Now, the portcullis gate. No, that won't let me build portcullis there. Let me see. Oh, yes, that will do. So I can do that. That will work. There you go. So we're just going to kind of build this around here. Put a spinning tunnel in here as well. Very exciting sort of castle. And there we go. Let's destroy that. Let's build another portcullis gate. So that kind of just goes around there like that. That's all quite acceptable, I think. We have some arrow slits. They're not normally at ground level on the castle, but nobody's going to know. It'll be fine. So this needs to go up there. And then let's have some more castle walls. Some castle walls. So I'm just building this car ride around here. So I wanted to get up to a fairly decent length. So if I don't, it will have, as I say, it will have terrible stats. We won't be able to charge very much for it. So which is not what I want. So let's see if we can build this up over here. Well, this lets me own it. This needs to be a bit taller, so let's go. Now, that's a little bit too much, I think. So you're going to go up by one just round here. And then up by another one. Which should let me then go across there like that. There we go. That looks nice. And the car ride can come out around here. Just over by the stalls. I like doing this sort of little bit of interaction with our ride, so I think it does have its benefits as well. You do get excitement bonuses for having your rides kind of go near each other. So let's bridge over there. Let's come back down here. And there we go. There we go. And that's one acceptable car ride. So we should have an exit there. And hold the entrance on the other side here. Now car rides don't have the great throughput, so you don't want to have too long a queue line on them. So I think this queue line, if I just let it go... no, that's not going to work. That's because this is going to force me to go all the way around that. So just going to make that turn a bit tighter. And then this should let me bridge over that. There we go. And as I say, we don't want too long a queue line because the throughput of these rides isn't always great. So you improve the throughput a lot by setting a wait time of, I think, 5 seconds or 6 seconds or so. Good, and I'm going to call this Castle Cars. Just because there's just a little bit of a castle going on. Let's give it some more sort of castle-y colours. There we go. Yes, the tunnel. Bright yellow. Yes, bright yellow matches with that. So we have sports cars. We could have vintage cars, but I think the sports cars will do. So there's not a huge amount that we can do in terms of operating modes and things, but let's do a little bit of theming and put some sort of trees and things in place. So that. There we go. There's a nice little row of trees. Yes, I can put a tree there. That's quite good. So let's have some magnolia trees there. That's all nice. So let's see about here. Let's see what we can get done around here. Ooh, very exciting. Swings there and things there. Okay. Maybe. Ooh, we could have some Roman columns and things. That would be. It doesn't really fit with the castle theme, does it? Let's stick to our castle theme. Let's have a little sort of castle type house. I don't want to build it on that. That doesn't feel like it's the right place to build it. Let us try to build it there. There we go. Then this can go around there like that. So sort of little village, I guess, around here. Cannons and some archery targets. The little tower. Maybe a little sort of wooden fence as well. And, do a little tent around there. Yes, little tent there. That's good. Now, how's this doing? So yes, this has quite good excitement. 950 feet, so it's quite a decent length. So we won't be able to charge huge amounts for it. But I think we'll probably be able to bump it up a little bit. Roger can't afford castle cars. People want to go. But yes, it's a gentle ride. The guests will want to go on something rather more exciting. So they could probably give it a little bit of a boost by putting in a pond or something. So but sort of let's have an artificial pond here. Let's have a look at that. So it's 3.37. Does it benefit from having the pond? I'm not sure whether a car ride will. I think roller coasters do. 3.41. That seemed to go up very quickly after I did that. So it's just this car ride with with that sort of little bit of water, that actually gives it, that's medium excitement. That's really not too bad or too shabby, as it were. A little bit of excitement from the fences. So yeah, so what else can we put here? So I think what would be quite nice now is I'm going to build an old style castle, the way that they used to get built in the before times with RollerCoaster Tycoon 1, when they would actually just build the walls like this. Because I think what I would quite like... Oh wow, I may as well just pay off my loan. I have so much money going into here. So I'm going to build another castle. I'm going to build an old-fashioned castle here. So I'm going to build a sort of tower like that. Okay. I have all the money to do this with. It's fine. Then a little bit of extra wall up here. Oops. Didn't want to do that. Okay, let's build a sort of fort along down here. And then let's build that down a ramp like that. There we go. We should have to figure out some way to decorate that nicely. But, a little bit less of that. That's good card there. That will do nicely, won't it? We can maybe have that pop through there like that. So, a little bit sort of castle-y. I know that's not the greatest castle terrain, is it? That. There we go. That looks a bit better. Less tiled, more just top of a wall. And so, there we go. Now I just want to put some walls on top of it, so put some sort of battlement type walls up here. This is going to require spinning around with the camera to make this work. Here we go. Oops. Then the other side as well. Just make a nice kind of castle-y effect. Oops. There we go. This is completely pointless in gameplay terms. This isn't going to give me any new stats or anything good. This is not going to attract more guests or anything like that. But there we go. Yes, would have some towers on that as well. Okay. Let's put that there. So, now I have my castle. I think what I'm going to build is I'm going to build a ghost train. And the ghost train's a fun ride to design because the ghost train is one of those ones that looks and crash if it goes too fast. So, let's see. So we're going to pop our ghost train just around here. In fact, ghost train probably doesn't need that big a station. It'd be a nice little station there. Then get it. And let it go through there into the castle walls. There we go. Give it a spinning tunnel. I think this also has a length requirement. So let's now go up a little. Maybe sort of turn around there and then go into there. to go through actually sort of in the castle. Be a nice exciting ghost train. So now can I get this to actually come out on the top of the castle wall? So just a nice sort of underground section there, and then we go through a wall here. I'm actually going to try to come up a little bit. So this is where this will be a little bit of a challenge. So actually, I'm going to come up through here, and then I'm going to go round. I'm going to go through there, and then I think we should come round there like that. Yes, there we go. So we now are going round over the top, which is good. So what I do want to avoid, though, is here, because if I go through here, if I just go at full speed, that will, I think that will be too fast for that corner, which is the endless problem with the ghost train. Is you cannot corner at speed. So what we are going to do, yes, now we have a supports problem. So see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that at a height rather than go down there, which is going to cause me endless problems with actually getting the ghost train working. I'm going to go around here. So then they're going to have some brakes. Make sure the brakes slow the trains down to 9 miles per hour, which is the fastest that they're allowed to go around those corners. So now we have that. We can hopefully we can do some brakes again. And now we should be able to go nicely lower down here. And again, same again, brakes 9 miles per hour. Make sure we're not trying to overdo it. And then, yes, then we just dig out under the foundations of that. Into the castle. Go under the existing ghost train, and then I think we should probably be able to just come up to 30 feet and... Oops. Oh yes, of course, because that's the middle of the castle, and then that should be a nice, tidy little ghost train. So I get to pop the entrance around there, and then the exit around there, and then we just have a little queue line. And the cars for this, so the actual cars get built based on the length of the ride. So if I start testing this, you'll see, yes, it has an enormous number of ghost train. That's a haunted mansion. Oh, is this a haunted mansion? Not. No, it is a ghost train. So let's have nice purple. That's a good spooky colour. Some nice black. So, yes, good spooky purple. So, and obviously this would have to be the haunted castle. Do we have a suitably? Oh, this play some spooky music when it fires up as well. That can be good. So similar sort of thing to the car ride. Want to reduce the waiting time down, so it's always releasing cars from the station. And then, let's see how that goes. Let's see if that gets nice and haunted on its way around. And that's all quite nice. I think let's build a log flume. Just sort of gentle rides. Well, it's kind of as a water ride, so yes. I think we can have that. So the log flume is a very forgiving ride, by the way. I think it only has one requirement of its stats, which is that it has at least one drop. So we could just bring this back to the station, and we would have a ride which has decent sort of stats, and then we would be able to make quite good money from it, but not going to be that exploitative. I'm going to sort of bring it around here. So let's drop it back down again. Let's drop it sort of below the Virginia rail, because then we could do is we could come up round here. Ooh, actually, so we could come up round there. Let's build that as a sort of a little channel There we go. Not going to go all the way up. I'm going to... Now let's that go through here. Because I think we could send that under the ground, but I don't think I want to do that. What I want to do is actually just leave it kind of trundling around like this. So the ghost train has, yes, not a bad rating actually. It doesn't seem to crash because those brakes slow it down. So we charge $3.50 for this, I'm sure. So yes, the guests are quite happy with being on the cast cars. So yes. They don't think it's great value, so we're pricing it reasonably. I suspect we could probably bump the price up a little more if we wanted, but I don't think we need to rinse the guests quite so much on this. So let's bring this round here. Let's just have a nice big drop here to make that some good excitement. And then put an on-ride photo section and... Ooh. There's some good horror music going on there. So let's bring this round here. I think this is the one where we perhaps can go underground. So let's do that. Let's build this like this, and then let's see, can we go underground here? Okay, so that needs a little bit of a boost for us to go underground. So nice underground section on our flume, and then we can just go, yes, we can emerge from the castle, I think. Quite a nice little gimmick, won't it? There we go. So we come out of the castle, let's raise it up to 40 feet, so it can go over there like that. And then, we might need to go S-bend it so we don't go right next to the path. Oh, there we go. So that can drop down to 30 feet. And I think that will look quite nice. So we might need to come round here and pop this over there like that, yes. Okay, maybe another little drop there. We want to avoid too many drops with this ride because the lift hill is quite slow. But I think that will be fine. Ooh, the safest park in the country. Yes, because we've not had any massive roller coaster disasters or anything. So you run out of money before anything unsafe can happen in this park. So yes, so log flume. Again, just set that going. Oh, there's a lot of logs there. Again, we need to reduce this maximum waiting time down to 5 seconds. That should do. What should we call this? Well, it goes around a castle, doesn't it? So, oops. I think these could be the motorboats. So nice long queue line there. That will do. So let's let that get some excitement. And she brought some stalls as well. We did get some new stalls. So this pretzel stall. Call it coil spring. What's that? Oh, 26 degrees. So we could have a cone zone there. Do I really have a cone zone? I don't know. Don't think so. Let me name it that. Yes. There, just call that outhouse. What else? What else could we have? Oh yes, some hats. Not enough people have hats. Let's have Hat Hut. They think some blue hats. Ah, the cacophony slowly driving you mad. Oh, that one is not cacophoning. Horsenado 2 is not cacophoning yet. Ah, there we go. That's good. That, because they're a cacophon. Deafen the guests with the horror. This is instead of having sort of no entry signs. We could do with a couple of mechanics and a few new handymen. We certainly afford a few of them. Yes, paid off our loan. We still have 20,000. So right, Yes, these log flumes. These are quite good for just sort of sitting lots of guests on, because they take a while. I think and sort of guests will ride a ride. They'll ride a ride for up to about 5 minutes, and I think once it gets beyond about 5 minutes, they start going, well, no, I want to get off this ride. I'm not having a good time. But up to that point, these are great for just soaking up loads of guests. They're on there. They're not running out of money. They're not crowding up the paths, anything like that. So their log flumes are quite good. I think you can charge pretty decently for them as well. Let's see what the excitement rating of this one is. So 3 minutes 25 seconds. Yeah, there's quite a fair amount of, I guess kind of moting going on with that. What I'm going to do, I think is yes, see 5.8. That's it has quite low intensity of nausea, so you probably can't charge that much for it. But I suspect so. I guess will probably bear £6 quite pretty bright. See-through rides and see-through scenery. And I'm just going to pop this down because I just want to put a little bit of water underneath it. Again, boost that excitement a little bit. You've got some good horror sounds going on again. RollerCoaster Tycoon does really have some great little sort of incidental music, and given that a lot of people don't really bother with putting the music on, they're actually quite good. Let's splosh some water up there. 5.8. What was it before? That improved anything? Who knows? So, one thing I did want to test with this was that that's interesting. Did that actually change the excitement, or was that just updating? There was just the water updating. Yes, that was just the water updating. Yes, got a boost from that. So I'm going to just pop this, because I don't think this changes the excitement at all. Pretty sure it doesn't. So it's nothing has happened there excitement-wise. So I think there's no boost for that. I could be wrong. So some may say actually yes, there is a huge boost for changing the tile types, but I don't think so. No, I think what boost I got there came from by meddling with the water. So there we go. So let's have some railings. Some railings. These won't push the excitement that much. But though you can't build those railings on a slope, that's rather annoying. It's wooden post walls instead. Post walls. This sounds like sort of, like post rock as the very, very sort of artistic style of rock music. Post wall is the kind of wall that Godspeed You Black Emperor would build. Okay, so walls don't really do much for the excitement, really. You want shrubs and bushes if you want to push the excitement of this. You get that sort of scenery bonus. There we go. Well, actually, one thing that might be nice around here, just we have a couple of minutes before it feels like we're a little bit too late to. So do we have? Yes, we have some good spooky trees. We could add some sort of a spooky forest here for this ghost train to go round. And good old yes, we have to have. Yes. So we can have a Mr. Bones. Let's have Mr. Come on. Yes, there we go. We can have a sign as well. Let's reference that good old thing from RollerCoaster Tycoon history. If I can find where the signs are. There we go. And so we have haunted castle. So it's going to become. Let's right click to modify. So. It says the ride ends. Oh, dear. They need to dig out a little bit of land for my other sign to go in. Let's build that sign. Ooh, that's not working. That's really not worked out. Okay, let us undo that. So I think I need 3 signs for my. There's no time to try to build bins. Ah, there we go. It would have worked. There we go. Let's go. And Mr. Bone says. The ride ends. In acceptable time. Oh no. Oh, that doesn't work. Let's see. The ride ends fairly quickly. There we go. I think what the original Mr. Bones colours? They were black and red, weren't they? Red. No, not sure. So long since I. There we go. That was essential. That was worth all that time building, and I should build some sort of wall or tower to make that look like it's actually sensible. Yes, there we go. There we go. Look at that. Now, can I paint that? Yes, I can. I guess I can't really see that because they're going the other way, but there we go. We still added Mr. Bones. We get to add a little bit of. And do we have a nice sort of spooky wall? A spooky wall. There's a spooky rock wall. There we go. That will go nicely on that. Oh, that doesn't work on slopes either. There's a lot of these walls which don't work on slopes. Let's have this sort of tall wall then. There we go. And I think that is a nice place to leave it with a few gentle rides. And how's that research doing? So, we've got the cash machine. So I shall end this there. But next episode, we shall build the cash machine, and we shall see if that supercharges our guest production. I shall see you for that.